What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled "Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father" at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below, as usual. Go get it. This video is entitled "Dealing with Death is Difficult." Um, you know, death is a part of life, right? I'm not a person who's afraid of death. I've had my moments where I got jumpy, but ultimately I'm not. Um, I don't think this is the end. You know, I don't think death is the end. I don't. That's not. But when you're alive, dealing with death seems to be very difficult. And I've seen certain situations, and I've been in certain situations. Some that I'm proud that how I conducted myself, some others I'm not so proud. And I've seen that in other people, and I realize it's a difficult thing. You got people who die who, it hits home when they're people who are close to you. And what I mean by close to you, somebody who is a cornerstone of your life, or somebody whose presence really means the world to you, or somebody who's really poured into you. And you get in that space where when they die, you realize how difficult it is in life to actually have people who just want to love you and care about you and have and share good times and good moments with. You realize, damn, like you might not ever get that again. You don't know how precious. You don't understand how precious it is to have somebody who really, genuinely, sincerely loves you and has your back and is in your corner until they're no longer around. And you learn it in a similar way when you and somebody may fall out and you miss their presence. But death has a finality to it that's not coming. That person's spirit in the life that they in the energy that they bring to your life is no more. So it makes it difficult, because if you did that person wrong, now you're living with regrets, because now you're trying. The lesson in that is to try to treat people. Is actually treat people better and enjoy them while they're here, because they won't be here. And sometimes that hurts more, because you realize you're treating the wrong people, or people who are undeserving, the way you should have treated the person that's no longer here. So it's difficult. When it comes to, I've had people who even thought they were dying, deathbed conversations. I don't like those, because, and I've said this before, if you've lived your life a certain way, I haven't seen too many people have deathbed conversations and confessions when they got back to healthy actually change. The same asshole that they were before they were dying, and then all of a sudden they died, and like, Lord, I'll change, let me change, I promise, I'm gonna be different. They on their deathbed, I swear I'm gonna do right by you if I make it out of this. And for me, stuff like that made me colder because I'm like, I don't want to hit you because you live. You know, your life is a testament to how you care about, love, and treat people. Not a deathbed confession. This is why dealing with death is difficult. You know, I have a current dilemma. It's not really a dilemma. I go through this from time to time. I haven't called my best friend's parents in years. He died, damn it, 10 years ago. I just don't know what to say. I felt like when I was calling, we were reminiscing and it was making his parents sad, and I didn't know what to say. I felt like I needed to step back because I didn't want to. I wanted to relive old times, but I guess the way I was doing it or the way we were trying to do it made happy times sad times. So it made it difficult for me to have a conversation because because I miss him the same way they do. You know, I'm sure that those are his parents, but you know, it's difficult that damn video. I can tell you that right now. You know, same thing because actually I lost. And I said this before. I lost both of my best friends in a 2-week period. And the irony of it that is difficult is, in some ways, I've met great people after that, but a part of me is keep just like, nah, like everybody's at bay because I just can't. I can't stomach that, which is you know, probably a problem for me, but that's I don't think it's a pain most people know. Now, ironically, me and my dad don't get along that well, but you know, all of his best friends are dead, so that's one thing we do understand. Like a lot of people don't, you know, get that. You know, everybody can enjoy people, but I can't. You know, it's also a difficulty in the finality of sometimes when people die, you see how much they faked like they love the person. Excuse me. And I mean that by in succession. Like when you're related to people, you know, people die and they leave stuff in succession. And you see how a family in mourning go to a family in sharks as soon as it's time to break the money out. This is why I think a will is most important, because a lot of these families ain't really families. A lot of these people ain't really down like that, you know. So that's a problem, because that's what's different. Because if you genuinely love and miss somebody, and you see all these people around who swore that they genuinely love and miss this person, but the minute that the money came into play, they're just pissed on their whole legacy. So for stuff, it's a. I'm not gonna say it's disheartening. It very much enrages you, cause you realize, you know, people will do anything for money, and the way you treat a person's inheritance is actually supposed to be the way you treat a person's inheritance is supposed to be in some ways a respect to them, because you know it was their money, their efforts, their time, their blood, sweat, and tears. So you would want to do more with their stuff because you, quote unquote, love them so much, you will want to make sure that what they leave you, um, you take it to another level. But a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people get entitled and indignant and very selfish and destructive. And they destroy a person's legacy for stuff. And that's very difficult to watch. And a lot of times after they destroy everything and then they quote unquote realize what they did, they have these breakdowns. I don't buy it. I don't buy the breakdowns because they weren't having a breakdown when they're not having breakdowns when they're out there acting a fool. They're not having a breakdown when they're shopping. They're not having a breakdown when they're on vacations. They're not having a breakdown when they're trying to live their best life. But when the money runs out, now it's a breakdown. No, it's not. Um, I'm gonna leave this one here at this point because I think that's the difficulty of dealing with death is difficult. We out.